Imagine you're just 22 years old, lying on a hospital bed, when a doctor walks in and announces you have kidney failure. And at 30, another doctor confirms that you have cancer. But it doesn't end there. At 37, you're diagnosed with bladder cancer. And at 39, you are diagnosed with angiosarcoma in your liver, a rarest of the sarcomas, a sarcoma that affects 1 per million per year in the United States. Talk about attention seeking. No kidding. You might be thinking, how did you overcome it all? By being diligent and being my own advocate. When it comes to your health, self-advocacy is as important as life itself. It involves going for second opinions, listening to your body, listening to your instincts, not being daunted by medical professionals, but above all, understanding your disease and making informed decisions. When it comes to our health, we are the captains of our ships, and we have to be in the driver's seat. Personally, I have been benefited by being my own advocate in catching my cancers and my kidney failure quite early on in the process. Let me explain. As a 22-year-old back home in India, one day while on a hike, I realized there was something wrong with my body. Further scans and blood tests revealed signs of chronic renal failure. In layman's terms, kidney failure. Thanks to a wonderful woman who donated one of her kidneys to me, I am alive and kicking today in front of you all, going strong for 25 years. And that wonderful woman is none other than my mother, who is sitting there in row 3. Thank you, Mom. Things were going pretty well for 7 years until one fine morning I noticed blood in my urine. Few tense days and couple of scans led to a diagnosis of cancer in the ureter of one of my native kidneys. Ureter is the tube that runs between your kidney and your bladder. As a side note, when somebody goes through a kidney transplant, they don't remove your original kidneys. They leave it inside unless it is infected. But instead, they just plug you with one more. And this cancer was in the ureter of my native kidney. Immediately, we made the decision to surgically remove that kidney. Chemotherapy followed, and I was asked to follow up with scans, tests, regularly, every few months, looking for recurrence. I'm sure every cancer patient all over the world knows what I'm talking about. Things were again hunky-dory, beautiful 7 years. When, one day, while on a follow-up scan, the doctor found a tumor in my bladder, and I was diagnosed with bladder cancer. As an engineer, I like to have a logical explanation for anything that life throws at me, any day and every day. But this time, the diagnosis shook me up. It shocked my spirits and my body. But I needed an answer. There was this haunting query in my brain playing on a loop. Why me? I'm sure most of us, during any adversities, whatever path life takes us, we always think about, why me? And in my case, why again and again? I immediately started scouring the internet, researching, trying to see if there was any connection between my failure, my bladder cancer, and whatever happened in between. I hit upon a medical article from the 90s, which spoke about a set of women from Belgium who were on a herbal regimen for weight loss. But it so happened that instead of the weight loss herb, it got switched with a herb called Aristolochia fang-G. Now, this herb is supposedly a nephrotoxin and a carcinogen. Who would have thought? A nephrotoxin means toxic to your kidneys. Carcinogen means cancer-enabling agent, which many of us might know. Though most of the women were fine, a subset of these women went on to get kidney failure, hang with me, and then went on to get cancer in their ureter or pelvis, and further on, bladder cancer if the kidneys were left inside. Now, this gave me the chills. I knew it cannot be a coincidence. I immediately started thinking what could have gone wrong in my life. I was the captain of my ship, and I could feel it sinking. Looking at my past, I used to take a herbal medication for 15 years, right from my childhood to teenage years, to treat a skin disorder called vitiligo or leukoderma. It's the one that Michael Jackson had. I immediately started scoring the internet to look what herbs actually went into treating vitiligo for the alternate therapy I was given back home in India. Sure enough, one of the herb was Aristolochia indica, belonging to the same family of herbs as what the Belgian women took. The cause and effect could not have been clearer. Though it was irreversible, I could do something about it. I immediately made the difficult decision to remove my second native kidney because it had seen copious amount of that herb. Self-advocacy often involves making difficult decisions when you're faced with adverse situations, making informed decisions. I removed the kidney, and it gave me much needed solace and confidence in life. Self-advocacy also involves, as I said before, not getting intimidated by medical professionals. In fact, a couple of years later, when I was diagnosed with angiosarcoma, I had the audacity to walk out of a surgeon's office because he had not seen my scans properly and was suggesting a highly invasive surgery. Instead, I found a surgeon who could give me a laparoscopic least invasive surgery and understood me very well and being empathetic. Today, I stand in front of you as a survivor of multiple cancers and a kidney failure, as a testament to self-advocacy when it comes to your health. You are the only one who can take care of yourself. Let's reflect and think about it. Do we all go that extra mile to understand our diseases? Do we all read the ingredients when we take a herbal medication? Herbal medications are one of trust and loyalty. Nobody questions the practitioners. Not even herbal medications. Do you read the ingredients in the pharmaceuticals that we ingest? Life. I love life. Life is exciting. Well, sometimes more exciting. Think about it. When it comes to self-advocacy of your health, are you being the captain of your ship? Thank you. Thank you.